Stray Gods, the role-playing musical, is a very short visual novel with fantastic characters and visual aesthetics along with some very good music to moderately bad music to back it up. The story follows Grace, a mortal living her best life with a couple of her college friends in a band. One thing leads to another and she finds herself entangled in the twisted fates of the Greek gods, most notably with Calliope, the last muse. I honestly believe that the story is well crafted as the characters all feel like they have their own unique personalities, including the gods that we have all come to know over these years, as they are different due to the people who have inherited their history in the forms of their eidolons, which are passed on to their chosen successors. I believe that this provides a completely new perspective onto the subject. For example, one might hear the Greek god Aphrodite and immediately think of her in a sexual light, but the game does an excellent job of displaying a completely different side of her, compassionate, caring, and in great agony. However, it occasionally does fail to convey a genuine sense of meaning behind the lyrics when it comes to the delivery and when it comes to certain tones of the current person trying to emulate what the music is trying to emulate. I honestly felt myself gradually becoming bored of the continual vibe change when it came to the main character, as she felt like she would simply rock out and be forceful due to her visual aesthetic. But most of the time she would sound like she's in an opera house trying to be the fat lady singing, which just didn't fit her vibe. The fact that there were so many options made me wonder what the goal was. You could be more clever, more charming, or you could just be a kick-ass person. But it just didn't seem right, or rather, it just didn't feel like it mattered. The protagonist would simply sing in a different tone entirely, or behave in a way that you didn't really think that they would. I'd be lying if I said that I appreciated the musicals. They just felt out of place, eliciting no emotions other than rage within me. I understand the muse's purpose, I understand their power, and then how it translates to the gameplay, but I feel like it just ripped the game's tempo apart and wrecked an otherwise wonderful plot. Now, while I was booing most of the musicals as if I were in the crowd waiting for them to leave the stage, I was always fascinated by the exact dialogue spoken by each individual. Their personalities really showed through their writing. Yet, the lyrics for the musicals just sounded so strange and uninteresting. I just think that it could have been so much more, with more love and work steering in the proper path.